Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekly intention CW22. I'm going to be starting off from the Forex Factory as usual, and from there we'll go right into the charts. So, yesterday we had news. Let me just put that on there. Yesterday was the EU bank holiday as well as pound, and we had dollar. So there was literally nothing to do. According to my protocol, I don't take trades a day after and a day we've got bank holiday. So today, which is Tuesday, 26th of May, I don't have anything as well. But I will be looking at the chart and seeing if there's anything high probability I can actually freeze for the day. So let's just go right in. On Thursday, we still have news. So the focus is on the second half of the week, Wednesday, Thursday. We got news by 7:30 a.m. New York time, and we still got news on Friday by 3:20 a.m. New York time. I will be looking to take a trade on Thursday and Wednesday. Friday, I highly doubt that if I should take any positions during these 2 days, I will be looking at the chart on Friday. So let's go right in. On DXY, we created this weekly fair value gap with last week closure like this, and we've already tapped into the fair value gap. I will be expecting price to make a run from the fair value gap to the 99.515 area from the weekly perspective. So if I should drop down to the daily, on the daily, we can still see some sort of retracement from the new day opening gap we printed yesterday. We could get some retracement from there back into the, let me mark that out. We could get a retracement from the new day opening gap back into the weekly fair value gap and probably expand from there. So I'm still expecting retracement here. Let me use something that will bring that out quite good. Not surprise. Take sweep this low. This will be Monday's low. I'll see price to come Monday's low, which is the 98.915 area, before I see the move higher again. From the daily perspective, if I should drop down to the 6 hours, I still have the same setup. I want to see price from here just fall through straight downward, and before we get another move higher. But if it shouldn't close above the new day opening gap, I'm going to look at that area as an area of support without expecting a run of the 98.915 level anymore. I want to see something like this happen. If we should reverse that area, come back in and straight up expand there. So again, we have the series of if not if, then when kind of situation. I'm just gonna keep those two levels marked out with the new day opening gap. For the XY, I'm currently bearish, short-term bearish for long-term bullishness. So heading into GU and EU right now, we have this unmitigated weekly fair value gap, and on EU and on GU we traded and we almost filled it to the top, and we are seeing some sort of rejection from inside there right now. But my guess is we'll be having price run down these lows before making a move higher. Inside the fair value gap, or you could just run down that low and keep moving lower. So for now, from the weekly perspective, I'm heavily bearish, just like from the weekly perspective on the XY, I'm heavily bullish. If I should drop down to the 6 hours on EU and GU, you can see clear buy setup. We have the 6 hours imbalance here today forming. Let me label that out. For now, I still want to see price straight above short-term buys, just like I'm seeing short-term sells on DXY. Short-term buys to this level here, which is the weekly fair value gap for lower prices to the 1.15764 area. So I'll be marking that out. My target area will be the previous daily high, which is Monday's high, the 1.16529 area. So right now the super just simply expand higher from here into the weekly imbalance. I will be disregarding the SMT we already have at these highs. We already have SMT at these highs, but I wouldn't put factoring in it because we can still get a run into, or at least take out this high, create another short-term high before they move lower. Well, from the 6 hours perspective, I'm bullish. And on GU, I still have this. And the target area to get a complete feel will be this. Will be the 1.35094 area. So from over here, I'm just gonna expect. I just want to see price create another high, clearing the high of Monday from this position here. So I'm still gonna be starting. Still want to see another spike up with the SMT. We already have the SMTs at the low. We already have the SMTs at the low right now, which is this. So from the 6 hours perspective, it's a little bit more clearer than the weekly perspective. Provided the SMT we currently have is still there, I will still want to see higher prices from here. My target will have a planning and execution will be on EU for a run back into the weekly fair value gap. So if we should clear out this high, I'll be looking at this high being taken out as well. If I should drop down to the 90 minutes time frame, on the 90 minutes time frame, I'm currently getting no read at all. Like I'm just having this heavy expansion back up with no level to work with on here, no level to work with as well. We have this fair value gap here that's been mitigated, but I don't think to do much with. I should go down to the 1 hour. If we're currently trading inside the 1 hour imbalance as well, if we should inverse this, if we should close just like this right now, there you could use this area, and I wouldn't even want to see price come back down here anymore. If we should close this out, I want to see price just from here to expand again to take out the highs. So a closure like this will mean I want to see higher prices from where we're at right now. A closure like this would mean I will still expect another run of liquidities on the south side. So utilizing this same gap here, and the 2 AM candle. We still want to see another run on this low, so I will be looking at something like this. So before the expansion higher. Either way, all I have to do right now is wait for something to happen. I should see the closure above it. So my focus is on New York for the day, New York session, to see if I can get a run higher. Aside that, right now we have to do is wait inside these levels. So if I should, I'll be looking at gold today with Bitcoin as well, and put that out there. I'll start from the monthly because that's where I'm sorry 3 months. I haven't touched this pair in a while, and I have my reasons as well. Let me take everything off then. I just have to take everything off. So, from 3 months perspective, I still have this clean low out here, unmitigated fair value gap, 3 months fair value gap here, and I still have this here. After the whole spike up, I will still want to see price retrace to this level, using it as an area of support if I want to see higher prices from there. I have no SMT at the highs and no reason for price to come down here, but logically I want to see price to just trade down there. So my expectancy will be something like this. Yeah, probably silver, missing that. No tag until on that for silver. We'll keep everything going. If I should drop down to the monthly, on the monthly time frame, we have this low still, the 44131.8 low, and we have this low right here inside the mitigated fair value gap. So I see no reason for price to still trade down into the fair value gap here, except we're getting a deeper retracement into the monthly fair value gap we have down here for higher prices, which is highly unlikely to happen. But given the fact we'll be taking out this low, we could see something like this if that should be happening around then. This is all long term though, by the way, since it's from a monthly perspective. If I should drop, I will be dropping down to the weekly as well. On the weekly perspective, you can clearly see this is an ERL of this entire IRL. So I'll mark that out there. And we already reversed this weekly fair value gap here, which we could by having a run on this 77 point on the 61.00650 low will be will highly be not happening. I don't think that will be happening right now. Sorry, forgive me for that. I just want to see price from this level, using this level as an area of support, still expand higher. But we have this whole last week. I don't expect price to come down here, but if we do, I will be expecting a trap on the weekly, on the monthly fair value gap we got here for some move higher. So still from the weekly perspective, is in line with the monthly analysis I just dropped. This is the expectancy for that. So for now, I'll be following. I'm looking for short-term shorts. Let me drop down to I don't think there will be need for me going down to the daily, but let me open that up. On the daily, we currently have price trading inside this daily fair value gap here. Which has already been mitigated, but until we have a closure above this, for now I'll still stick to being bearish. Looking out for price running out soon. We have this clean, relatively equal lows here. I could use that as an area of target for short-term bearishness. On here, we already got SMT at the highs of the previous daily candle. Mark that out here. We have a 70 there, and we still got. We have an SMT here with this, like this. And we have an SMT like this. If I should drop down to the 6 hours here. Come on, take this off. I'm going to try to take that out. Symbol, nope. I think I'm just gonna leave that there. I think I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Okay. Okay. From the 6 hours perspective, we're just directed trading inside a 6 hours imbalance. Now we haven't validated that, so I'm still waiting for some sort of closure below this. Before that happens, I can still capitalize on using this little 6 hours imbalance. So this is what I'll be looking out for. I'm looking out for this on gold. Looking to utilize this area for short-term shots towards this relatively equal lows and final targets at this low here. Meanwhile, on silver, we can see this low resistance. We can see this low resistance liquidity run. We can be expecting this here. The price will just use this area, the current 6 hours imbalance forming. Look to use this area as an area of resistance for short-term price, for price to quickly drop down to clearing out this liquidity run here and taking out this low. Let me mark out the low there. The 73.09190. So SMT at the highs. Let me mark out SMT with TC. I want to see this, and I want to see this as well, and silver and gold. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and as well. It looks slow as fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start from the 3 months perspective. I already have my analysis done on this, so it should be fast about that. From the 3 months perspective, we versus 3 months bullish imbalance we have used for as an area of support to see higher prices. We'll be using this as an area of resistance for lower prices. My first target was at the 59,930 level. Then the final targets are the 49,577 level. On Ethereum, my first target is still at the 1,741.8 level. Then the final targets are the 1,382.7 level. I don't really have much to talk about on the 3 months perspective. It's just we have this clearest open 3 months imbalance where if we are getting an aggressive retracement up there, we will be using as an area of resistance again in the 97.939 level to see lower prices. Those are long term, like I said. So if I should go down to the monthly, on the monthly, we're currently trading inside a monthly imbalance right after inversion 3 months bullish fair value gap. We want to see price using this area of resistance for price to trade lower, but the target still remains the same at the 59,930 level and the 49,577 level. So I want to use that from the IRL of the range trading back into just the low here. So I want to price just from there, quickly react and taking all those lows out. And we have this unmitigated fair value gap up here, 3 months and 1 month fair value gap, which is setting there's some sort of an SMT right there. We've got an SMT with the previous monthly high where Bitcoin took out the previous monthly high and Ethereum failed to do so. So I want to see Ethereum is quite heavy. I just want to see Ethereum keep falling to the 1,741.8 level as first targets, as I said. So the monthly and the weekly are currently aligned. The 3 months and the monthly are currently aligned with each other. I should go down to the weekly and see what's happening over there. On the weekly time frame, we don't have much to work with on Bitcoin. We just no real level. We can zoom in quietly. No, I don't think there's anything to work with on Ethereum. We have this clean weekly bearish imbalance here where we could see price just trade into the fair value gap, the imbalance itself, and simply just trade lower. So from the weekly perspective, I'll still need to put this out there. Too small. Okay. I'll still need to see price. Look out the 207.2 level. Which is price dip a little bit down first before having a free fall to the 1741.8. So I'm adding another target, which will be the first target, second target, and this will be the third target. So do well to follow the Discord as I will be delivering my content up there. My predictions, where I want to see price head to, how I'll be reacting to the market. I do upload all those on the Discord. You can just subscribe and you don't have to do much, just wait. Whenever I pull the trigger, you do that as well. So thank you for watching till the very end of the video. Hope you have a profitable trading week yourself. Thank you.